Good morning and welcome to my Tidbits. All this snow and winter ice has got me thinking about summer. And part of summer is all the great foods that we get down here that we can cook easily. And one of my most favorite things in the world are clams. So let's talk a little bit about clams. What kind of clams do we get down here? The big one is the quahog. Those are the big hard-shelled clams. I use them making chowder. They're great for chowder. There are places on the Cape where you can get $1 a pound quahogs, and I cook them, steam them quickly, and then chop them up and put them in my chowder. They're great for flavor. They tend to be a little bit chewier, but great for flavor, great for chowder. So I love using those. As a resident, us wash-ashores, those people who live here but aren't originally from here, a wash-ashore, can go into your town hall as a resident or as a homeowner, even if you're not here full time, and get a beach sticker. And that beach sticker allows you to park at any of the beaches where a lot of these shellfish beds are. And there are certain restrictions when you get your shellfishing permit that give you specific days and times that you're allowed to shellfish and how much you're allowed to take back. But it's usually plenty, and you can go every week and do as much shellfishing as you like within those limits. So with that, besides the quahogs, there are scallops, there are mussels, there are oysters. So whatever you're lucky enough to find, by all means, enjoy them. They're awesome. So also, besides the quahogs, we have little necks and cherry stones. And those are smaller clams. They're a couple of inches in diameter. They are great for when you're making spaghetti and clam sauce. They're awesome on the half shell raw. That's one of my favorite things to eat. So if you can find those, they're great and they're easy enough to open, or you can even throw them on the grill and steam them open if you want to cook with them. Finally, my favorite of all time, and it always has been, are steamers. I love a good steamer. I love a big pot of steamers. And steamer clams are a soft shell clam, and they are easy to cook. I don't do anything special to them. I do a little bit of water in a big pot, bring it to a boil. I usually use a steaming rack so they're not all just soaking in the water, but throw them in there. If they get wet, fine, like they're gonna cook. And then all of the juices from those clams go into the broth. You don't even need to use a little steaming rack, but if you have one, it's fine. Throw all my steamers in there, let them come to a boil. When they start to pop open, I just turn the heat off, put the cover on, let them sit for 3 minutes. And that the heat in there cooks the rest of the steamers and brings them to fully cooked. And then the best part is eating them, of course. So you pull the flesh of the clam out of the shell, and it has a long, like, rubbery neck on it, and you pull that off. You need a fingernail to do that. Pull it off. Dip it in some of the broth that you cooked it in, dip it in a little bit of drawn butter with a little lemon in there, and they are the best. They're simple to eat, simple to cook, and they taste amazing. And they're one of my most favorite things. And it's really fun teaching people who've never had them before how to eat them and watching their expressions when you pull that neck off before you eat it. So those are my favorite kinds of seafood, or shellfish on the Cape. Not all seafood, but the shellfish type. And we do see a lot of all different kinds of clams, razor clams. We see mussels. We see all kinds of great things down here, but those are my favorites. I hope you all have a good week and think clam.